Okay, so last time on the dev commentary run, we were doing episode 2, as you can see from this splash screen. Um, we started episode 2, and we made it all the way to the right after the Hunter Chopper fight. So I think that's about either halfway or like 2/3 through the game. So, and of course, me being me, for some reason, I decided to bring the gnome along again. Why did I bring the gnome again? I don't know. I'm not gonna do it the third time. That's for sure. Because there's no need to do it again. But let's continue. No, I can leave the gnome there, right. Because you come back here, the car is like right there, and then you drive off after you deal with the autocannon. I don't know why the pop-in is really bad. Is something wrong with my settings? Hi. It shouldn't be. That could be higher. Hi. Maybe it got lowered somehow. Oh, very high. I just realized none of this is gonna affect, It's not gonna affect the pop-in at all. I don't know how to affect that, actually. Oh, you can kind of see it. They're kind of invisible. I don't know why that's happening. Because there's no, like, advanced mode. That is the advanced mode, but it doesn't do draw distance. I don't know. I was noticing that last time, too, when we were in, like, some really intensive areas. Like, even the gnome would disappear in my hand. I was like, why is this happening? I'm gonna ignore it, I guess, because... oh well.
Playtesters often failed to recognize that they could scramble through windows while they were avoiding being shot by the autogun. We added this window exit, and forced players to use it so that they would learn to rely on windows to get around.
I don't think I did that. Oh, I mean, yeah, there's this obvious window here.
Some playtesters didn't realize that they would need to climb over trucks to navigate around the autogun emplacement. So we added this truck jump early in the level as a form of introductory training.
I can't hit enemies with ammo.
In order to train players that crouching through the trenches is critical for survival, we did several things. First, we start the player in the safe position by forcing them to crouch under the fence to enter the area. Once inside, they learn by watching the zombies. Upright zombies are gunned down, but their torsos are free to roam in the shadow of the junk. Some playtesters believe that while the guns were busy shooting zombies, they would be able to move freely. To counteract this impression, we increased the number of guns from 1 to 3, making it clear that there was always going to be a gun-free shooting
as I was
player.
getting blasted right in the face. end up losing myself. Oh, the gun! Fuck! Oh my god. What are you actually supposed to do? Probably hug the fucking... But then you run into the turret problem. I'm amazed that hasn't hit me. I just reactivated it like an idiot. Oh yeah, aren't there combine? So basically you have to use your gun at this point. Did I miss that node? Is that a node for... Oh. Why? How would I get that node? Hold on. Maybe I can get... Oh, maybe you get it after you can disable the gun. That would be my guess, because otherwise... I don't know what I would do. Shoot the head crabs? I hope so.
Zombies serve the double purpose of horror and humor. Here, since we knew where the player's view would be, we added a comical scene of a fast zombie torso running away from a soldier.
I think I missed that zombie. And there's probably still people, yeah, probably. There we go. Nice try, Buster.
The original design for this sequence involved shutting down the cannon by flipping a switch. That was neither obvious nor rewarding. We decided to let the player blow it up instead, which gave us another opportunity to use our cinematic physics.
Oh yeah, now you have all the fucking zombies to deal with. And I guess more Combine.
Hey, Gordon.
Oh no, it's
Car's
Alex.
ready. Come on back and we'll get going.
Once we added the onboard radar to the Strider battle at the end of the episode, we needed to train the player in its use well before they reached that area. This garage was already in the game as a place where Alex needed to stay while the player went alone through the autocannon area. It was a perfect fit to have the mechanic rebels add their radar to the car while Gordon was busy somewhere else.
Right.
Get in, Gordon.
I am. I gotta grab the gnome first.
Not only did they help me fix the car, they threw in a bonus.
Special this week only. It's like an onboard radar for you guys. Picks up little beacon jobbers like this one here. We've hidden a bunch of these things out there in the field to signal emergency stashes. So keep an eye out. When you see your dashboard light up, you're gonna want to stop and investigate.
I'll fill you in on the road, Gordon. Thanks again, you guys. There goes the radar.
They give this one as a freebie. Hopefully I stopped when I did. Apparently the gnome was about to leave.
There's a lot of energy that goes into shaping Alex and making sure she stays on the right path or stays true to the vision that I think we have for her. You know, I want Alex to be liked. I know everybody at Valve wants Alex to be liked. But what is really great is that if I get off course or if I've been in the booth too long and I'm starting to sound a little naggy, then I have somebody who's there to kind of pull me back and say, hey, why don't you try it this way? Or I think you're veering off course and starting to sound like somebody's mother or something, you know, because I'm there to help if you're lost, you know, the get goings or stuff like that to help keep the game moving and keep you on track. And you know, there's a kind of a fine line. You don't want somebody constantly bothering you, but you also want a friendly companion. You know, you want somebody to help you out once in a while. So trying to not go one way or the other was a bit of a trick for us.
Yeah, you gotta make it. You have to make sure that you're not being a bit too naggy. So yeah. Hard to find that balance, honestly.
Here we go again.
Except not really. I'm just making sure the gnome stays in the car. That we don't pass any nodes. Can't see. That wasn't a node. I shouldn't have stopped. Oh, there's right, there's this one up
What's
here.
that? Something on the radar.
And one in that room over there. Don't Wasted ammo. My god.
I'll keep watch out here if you want to look inside for the cache.
Strong attention to visual design in this room make this unconventional puzzle both intuitive and rewarding. To begin with, the room is sparse, with a reward clearly visible but locked up in the cage. A strange centerpiece draws the player's attention, and the visible switch is obviously a part of the solution. The health charger next to the switch hints that the solution involves getting onto the catwalk rather than activating the switch from the ground. The van entrance discourages players from bringing in objects they might use to solve the puzzle by stacking. The lone grenade crate is a strong suggestion that grenades figure in the solution. And finally, the corpse in the rafters and the scorch marks on the ground and the story they tell provide the most important clue.
Yep. I think if I recall, I might have struggled with that one for a bit. If you don't grab the rocket launcher here, do you get it at White Forest? Good question, I guess.
Rocket launcher. That'll come in handy.
It will. Oh shit, wrong button. Wrong button, Alex. I meant to hit accelerate. Although for not very long, because we're going over here.
So the circumstances around creating Alex were so kismet that
We're getting a signal,
it's almost
but
a
I
little
don't see
scary.
anything.
I mean, if you think of the
What do you think,
ideal super self that you want to be, like, I don't know, badass moves and being able to karate chop everybody, and then add on to that having a rider to make you sound witty at every turn, it's like having an uber self for me. So I immediately fell in love with Alex.
What the hell does Kismet mean? That's basically the only takeaway I got from that comment was, what does Kismet mean? The gnome again during the transition, so I just know we will. It's gonna it happens every time. No, we didn't really lose it, but
if I wait in the car?
I'm gonna adjust it anyway. I'm gonna adjust it anyway. Actually, it fell back in, so actually we're probably fine. I parked the car on the node.
The approach to the White Forest Inn contains a number of elements that set the scene for the coming ambush. The road is blocked by Combine walls. A soldier spots you in the distance and radios you in, and two hunters run across an opening on the far side of a fence. All these clues are there for the attentive player to spot directly, or to create a sense of growing apprehension in the player who might be paying slightly less attention to the details.
Look, I think I missed those.
So in each episode, we start by agreeing on how to use color choices to create and reinforce the right thematic tone. The tint of a scene can be a powerful source of mood. Episode 1 was pervaded by deep reds. For episode 2, we made heavy use of blue tints in the outdoor areas. The blue was meant to set an ominous tone, while the warm splashes of sunlight were intended to offer visual contrast that suggests a glimmer of hope.
What's that? Something on the radar.
That's supposed to lure you over there because over here is
I'm gonna
blocked
rest
off.
here.
Right. Okay. That, in case you didn't see the wall being there, I guess. Isn't this the puzzle that requires you to put rocks in it, or is that somewhere else? It's in a cave, isn't it? That's actually where this one is. Hold on. Right here? Maybe? I swear I see a hole here. Maybe there's another hole somewhere else. Hold on. Don't worry, Alex. It's like, oh, it's like right over here. If it's all the way over here, which, yeah, it is. Okay, well, then I'm gonna bring the car around. I thought we were a bit closer, but maybe not.
I'll wait here.
A question I get asked a lot is, what is the big difference between acting for a stage and film and then acting for a video game? Because this is the first time I've ever done a video game. In general, in acting, it's helpful to have a director's clear vision from which to spring. Then the actor can run with the idea, play with it, imagine new things, fill it out, and, you know, make it a tangible thing or a tangible character. And the great thing about video game acting for me is that I'm completely unlimited. I'm not bound by what I can do physically or how I look or what kind of environment that can be physically created. So the possibilities are completely limitless. There are no boundaries with this. So when we get together and we talk about what the scene is, when they set the stage for me and what environment I'm going to be in, I immediately get a complete high, and I can only imagine that it is something like how somebody gets when they actually see the game, because it blows my mind, the pictures that they paint about, you know, where we are, what situations we're in. So we discussed that a little, and then from there, just kind of go on, I guess, instinct is the only way I can really describe it, because I just take what they give for me and kind of volley it back in the way that it comes out immediately. So I just go into my little dark booth, and I can imagine that I'm anywhere. And it's the best kind of make-believe for a storyteller. When you just aren't limited.
Yeah, no restrictions. I imagine, yeah, because you can just tell a story without any limitation. Oh, we lost the gnome. God damn it.
I'll stay with the car.
Get back here, gnome. I was about to comment about how, yeah, it probably feels really good to be able to just tell a story without any restrictions about, like anything, really, budgetary or otherwise. Right? Gordon, stop falling off. Not even... He, like, carries momentum for a while. What the heck? There we go. Oh, no. Come on, gnome. There we go. Was a good place to leave the car in this section because what's about to happen here is a series of ambushes. Like, you notice something's wrong in here.
This could be Combine handiwork. Hard to be sure. There's so many ways to die out here.
But and then you go around the cars, and then you go down the road, and then, if I recall, actually, it's at the bottom, and then you have to fight all your way back up here to turn the power on, or off, rather. In this, I think in this building that's currently closed, but I think it opens back up. That's how this goes, I'm pretty sure. I'm just trying to remember where to leave the car. That way, in case the gnome gets despawned. I think here is a good spot. Actually, no, I'm not sure where the hell is a good spot. My god. I know right against the fence is a bad idea.
One issue with a number of our encounters with the Combine is they don't live long enough for players to experience some of their more interesting AI. Some unique elements introduced here with respect to the Combine are branching assaults, so the soldiers introduced to the field don't take up predictable positions. Flexible assault points, so that soldiers can stray from designer-specified locations to establish line of fire or cover. Assault progression, a feedback system so that soldier advances respond to player actions and skill rather than timing. Giving soldiers different tactical roles. For instance, squads in the field distract the player, allowing other soldiers to execute surprise moves not present in our typical frontal assault scenarios. The net effect of these changes is that the soldiers appear to have awareness of the layout of the building that you're trapped in, and a strategy for flushing you out.
Yeah, if I recall, you can't even go in there. I think you can go in there, but you don't have a reason to yet. Which is weird, if you think about it.
To complement the Hunter's aggressive AI, the White Forest Inn was designed with a non-linear floor plan. There are multiple ways in and out of each room, as well as alternate routes to the basement and to the second floor. As the player moves through the inn, the hunters often select a shorter route and surprise the player by arriving first or by heading them off altogether. The last hunters that enter the building destroy 2 of the doors that have trapped Alex and the player inside. Removing these obstacles opens the entire outdoor arena for combat, allowing the player to choose whether to fight the hunters within the building or take them on outside.
Technically, we're listening to these nodes a bit too early because the ambush hasn't happened yet. But whatever.
The inn is designed as a crafted experience that is controlled, not linear. The encounter is intended to create a heightened sense of danger without actually being particularly dangerous. The idea is to create opportunities for some memorable unscripted combat moments by keeping the player a bit on their heels. Normally, Alex is out of frame during combat, and soldiers don't survive very long. By encouraging the player to move back from the windows, the map creates space for Alex and the soldiers to exhibit interesting behaviors that reinforce the mood of the siege.
I'm trying to remember how the encounter is triggered.
White Forest is so close, I hate to waste any more time. Let's keep going.
I guess if you missed the crossbow before, you can get it here? I don't know how you would miss it. To be honest. Do I need to bring the car all the way down here? I don't remember. There it goes. That's the ambush.
Gordon, come on, get inside.
I was just a bit. I went in the building a bit prematurely. It happens. Not really. I mean, we are, but we're not. I wouldn't be that worried about it, to be honest. I didn't need to grab that. Shooting. I would not agree. I'm fucking it up. You have to wait for that to get broken open. Sucks, but what am I gonna do? Oh, well, that's not me. I did that. Actually, the hunters are supposed to come inside. I'm wondering why they haven't done that yet. Have I not killed enough of them? Enough of the combine yet? Alright, fine.
Listen. They're talking about us.
They are.
They're still after the data packet.
Of course they are. Oh, hi. Now the hunters are coming. I hear them. I think. I'm waiting for the hunters to show up. You coming in yet?
Did you hear that?
Oh, now they're coming in.
Gordon!
God, these hunters are tough.
Well, yes, they are, but I'm very unfazed by it being on easy. Where does the other one come in? Ah, here you go. Oh, attack me! Oh, we're not. Oh, my radiator!
That's too much. Let's get moving before they send more.
Did he break the door? He did.
This place is a death trap. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hold on, there was like one other loot over here in the corner. I didn't bother getting because I was like, well, I thought, oh yeah, they bricked this door. Okay. I think that was a good spot to park the car. For now, at least. The problem being is now we have to walk all the way back up in order to turn the power off. I think she's supposed to comment on that, but maybe if I go to this door, she'll comment on it?
Well, let's find the power supply for this
There we
force
go.
field.
Yeah, I know where it is. It's at the top. It's back at the top of the hill, so.
More of them coming! Nice shooting!
That hurting at all? I hope it did. I don't really do follow backs. Sorry. So, you also really shouldn't follow people expecting them to follow you back, because I don't really think it works like that. Like, at least in my opinion, I don't think it should work like that. Yeah, follow for follow. Yeah, I don't do that.
Keep that turret down, Gordon.
Oh, there's a wall there. I could throw a grenade through it. What's the policy on follow for follow? I don't.
There's the power source for the shield.
I don't do it myself. I'm not gonna like say they need to.
Let me see if I can disable the shields and get you closer to the reactor. Okay, it looks like I can open them from here, but I won't be able to come in with you. Here goes.
Sorry, Gordon. This thing's fried. Since I can't help you in there, why don't I stand watch outside while you disable the power?
Hello, Zero Fire. How are you doing? I gotta get these out of the way. Oh, there always is a head crab up here in moments like this. The devs love putting a head crab up in these corridors. There it is. Always a poison head crab too.
Detected automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered. Emergency. User death imminent.
Oh. Did I mess up getting inside? No. Did I? I did. Is there a second head crab? Because I don't remember that. Oh, actually, this is fine. Come on, damn it. Don't push him off. cleared that completely. Sure. I was supposed to have dropped down. Actually, I don't know where I was supposed to drop down. Now that I'm thinking about it. Is there a vent that I'm missing? That's probably what it is, yeah. That's what it was. It was a vent. Overthinking it again.
Should have done it. Let's go see if the force field's down.
Let's hope there's no more Combine between here and White Forest.
I don't think there is. Luckily. Oh, the gnome fell out. Luckily, he was right here. Yeah, but hopefully you're both having a good day. Come on, gnome, get in the hole. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. You know where we're gonna lose the gnome, probably? There's a jump coming up ahead. Oh, wait. Oh, we lost it over there. Probably because I went too fast. I was gonna come in here to use the suit charger anyway. Might as well, right? I think the jump is no, the jump isn't optional. I was about to say, I think the jump is optional. It's not.
Sometimes, even in an action game, it can be hard to convince players to act like an action movie hero. Here, we wanted the player to make a 150-foot turbo jump off the edge of the road and crash into boxes at the bottom. Instead, wary playtesters routinely took the safe way down. To encourage more recklessly heroic behavior, we disguised the easy path and added obvious ramps to clearly communicate this was a legitimate feature of the level.
I mean, we could see if the gnome will survive.
Look out below! Woohoo! Yeah!
I don't think it did. God, I don't know where it would have landed. Maybe if I don't turbo.
Look out below! Woohoo!
I saw it that time. I think it might have just got flung. Fucking. I don't know where it got flung actually. Oh, there it is. Let me get the car. Let me get the car down first. There we go. Now that it's orientated correctly. This grenades was the only thing it could think to give me.
Hey, something on the radar.
This is the spot with the physics puzzle. I was like, oh god. Also, we lost the gnome again. God damn it, where did that go? Probably when I landed back here. Yep. Probably when we crashed off of that. Wonder how clearly they had to communicate this one. Oh god. I don't even think, I think you just need to get it so the boxes fall off, right? Yeah, that's all you needed to do. That's not secure at all. Why are you not secure? We're almost done. I believe we only have this section, which is basically the dog race, and then that's basically it for the gnome. God damn it. Because once you get inside, it's not very long until you put the gnome in the rocket. So we can join Lamar.
That doesn't sound good.
In the Source engine, we use a realistic radiosity lighting simulator to generate lighting detail for the geometry in our game worlds. In previous games using the Source engine, shadows were simulated as if cast by totally opaque objects. In Episode 2, we needed to render large wooded areas, which required us to modify our shadowing technology to account for the sparse, semi-transparent nature of foliage. With these upgrades to our radiosity lighting simulator, we are now able to realistically illuminate the trees themselves, as well as generate soft, semi-transparent shadows on the environment around them.
Nice. Oh, that was a bug? Where did the gnome go? Wait a minute. That's not good. We like lost the gnome when I lost control of the game. Okay. That's fine. We'll just do this bit again, and then I will, not drive off before
doesn't sound good.
Oh, we still lost it. Is it not secured? Maybe that was the problem. Maybe I lost it all the way back up here.
In the Source engine, we use a realistic radiosity lighting simulator to generate lighting detail for the geometry in our game worlds. In previous games using the Source engine, shadows were simulated as if cast by totally opaque objects. In Episode 2, we needed to render large wooded areas, which required us to modify our shadowing technology to account for the sparse, semi-transparent nature of foliage. With these upgrades to our radiosity lighting simulator, we are now able to realistically illuminate the trees themselves, as well as generate soft, semi-transparent shadows on the environment around them.
Yeah, the way they were doing shadows before would not have worked with trees. For sure. It wouldn't look as realistic, let's put it that way.
Over there! I see an antenna. Huh, I think that's White Forest. Well, we're close enough to make it the rest of the way on foot if we have to.
Oh, a lot of nodes over here.
Our main goal with this scene was to create a cinematic battle of the Titans, Dog versus a Strider. While we were excited with the earlier implementations, it became obvious that players were uncertain of their role in the scene. Originally, the confrontation built slowly, with Dog squaring off against the Strider. But having such a slow beginning proved problematic. It looked great in the trailer, but didn't play well in the game. Instead of the slow build, we decided to send Dog straight into action. He makes a grand entrance, jumps on the Strider, and the fight is on. The quick start helps to grab the player's attention instead of giving them too much time to worry about what they ought to be doing.
The Strider has big parts of him that rip off. He spews goo everywhere. He's a great testbed for new modeling technology and our new particle system. We custom built him just for this sequence. With our episodic process, a lot of new technology comes online throughout development. Since any new technology takes a year or more to really work out all the bugs, we like to look for isolated areas, like this one, where we can test out new things without risking all the things we know already work. We did this with HDR in our Lost Coast demos. Once we're sure we didn't break anything, we can move the features back into general use. Since the Strider worked out really well here, he'll be the new Strider as we move forward, and we'll be applying what we've learned to any new monsters in Episode 3.
Yeah, about that Episode 3, eh?
Alex's robot dog is cobbled together from spare parts, all of which are in various states of disrepair. For Episode 2, we chose to use shading techniques to improve the look of Dog and better convey his scrapyard origins. Along with upgrades to Dog's texture maps, his shader now uses a combination of Phong shading and environment mapping to increase the apparent detail and diversity of materials, from rusty bolts to the damaged metal flaps salvaged from a Combine scanner.
Racing Dog to the base was not a preconceived plan. It was born out of testing the level over and over, and repeatedly trying to keep up with Dog as he ran to the base. This was sufficiently fun for us that we began to figure out ways to encourage players to do it too.
I'm basically just watching them fight. Damn! Who wants a brain?
Doc, are you all right?
Oh my god.
Wake up, Doc. Please. You're all right. You have me worried there. Everything working all right?
You all right down there?
We're fine.
Is dog okay?
Better now.
We've been waiting for you. Just follow the stream, then head up the other side. White Forest is right there. You can't miss it.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, let's go.
Come on, Gordon. Get the car and we'll challenge the dog to a race. Good boy.
Looks like we need your help again. Would you mind?
Way to go, boy!
Okay, dog.
Race you to the base. Step on it, Gordon.
I can't step on it too much because we'll lose the node because I didn't decide to leave it aside. But I can't get the achievement anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. What?
Wake me up when you get back.
If I had left it, I could have just not worried about this, but there won't be a third one, just for the record. What makes him secure? I'll have to get it when I'm done getting up this hill.
This is it. We made it.
Well, you won this time.
How far? Oh my god, he's like almost all the way down.
So, a really cool experience was that while I was at Valve, I was talking to one of the animators in the hallway, and we're just carrying on a conversation. I was getting to know what he did, and I just happened to be looking over my shoulder and noticed that people kept popping their heads out of their offices. And one of the other guys noted to me that these people, ooh, bless them, they have to sit around and listen to my voice all day long. So for that voice to be kind of just chatting in the hallway was a little weird. And I guess I kind of liken that. I can understand it because the very first time I saw my voice on Alex Vance's face, it was so bizarre. And so when I watch people talk to me for the first time and they've heard my voice as Alex, and they have the exact same expression, I'm like, I understand. I get it.
Yeah. That would be kind of weird.
Hello, Dr. Freeman. And about time, too.
Our mutual fiend? I thought that was supposed to be.
You made it.
I guess that wouldn't be friend. I don't know why I thought that would say friend.
Yeah, we heard you ran into a little trouble out there. Combine's been trying to head in the front door. I think they learned their lesson. You mind if we keep dog patrolling out here?
Not at all. You heard him, dog. I'm gonna go see Dad. I'll catch up to you later. You take care of yourself.
I don't think Eli knows you're here yet. He's in Silo 1 access unit, right through here.
Shall we?
You smell that?
I don't feel anything anymore.
You and me both. What now?
Oh no, what's that?
Well, now what?
All right, back to work, everyone. It's just another false alarm in the secondary silo.
Same old Dr. Madison.
So, you ever used an AR-2 before?
In sketching out the scenes for the episode, we noticed a lack of interpersonal conflict between the characters who had survived from Half-Life 2. Alex, Eli, and Dr. Kleiner have a lot of affection for one another, as you will see in many of the scenes. And while we all value the benefit of strong, positive relationships, we were happy to have Dr. Magnuson around to get irritated by all the hugging.
Yeah, well, that's good, because, well, now that the...
It means a lot to me to have multi-ethnic heroine. When I was growing up, that didn't happen a whole lot. I mean, maybe Storm from X-Men, I don't know. But it wasn't commonplace. So to have someone that's my type be in that kind of position is really, really amazing. I mean, I think it's a popular trend now, but that wasn't always the case.
Okay. Yes, we should. He'll be glad for a chance to get out of the silo. This way, Gordon. The way he and Magnuson have been going at it, you'd think they were still competing for grant money.
Some things never change. Do we have any idea how long until the super portal's active?
We don't know for certain. We're keeping an eye on it.
And what about the Combine? Will we be able to launch before they attack?
It's gonna be close. All it would take is one Strider to destroy our rocket. But we're ready for him.
I'm sorry we couldn't get here any sooner, Dad.
Don't worry, sweetheart. We're gonna make it. I'm just so glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
The last thing on my mind was submitting it for the Kleiner certificate of approval. The trouble, sweetheart, with the result of staffing and supply deficiencies. And get your cranial conjugal parasite away from my nose cone!
He's so angry.
Eli, why didn't you tell me they'd arrived? Don't worry, Izzy. They just got here.
Due to the number of characters involved in this scene and the cramped spaces, we found that the actors were constantly pushing the player around in order to get to their marks. We developed some tech that allowed the actors to gauge the position of the player and the other actors, and choose among a selection of marks. This not only solved the congestion problem, but made scenes feel more dynamic.
Or should I postpone the launch to make time for a family reunion?
All right.
He doesn't like people hugging, apparently.
Alex and Gordon.
Oh, fine. No one grants me a moment's peace, but by all
Dr.
means,
Magnuson was the result of a decision to bring forward another signature character from the original Half-Life, along the lines of Dr. Kleiner and Barney. As we developed the character, we kept referring back to this line from Half-Life to keep us on track.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
This line.
Though we liked the character who came into focus, we found that this voice was sounding too much like a caricature for our increasingly grim and realistic world. We like to hire actors with the natural voices that we want for our characters, as opposed to hiring actors to create voice characterizations. In John Aylward, we found someone who could deliver the brusque arrogance of the original lines, and also take the character forward into some of the richer and subtler opportunities we foresee for him.
Anyone?
If you listened closely to the Vortigaunts in the Antlion tunnels, you may have heard one of them using a complaint very similar to Dr. Magnuson's here. Their affinity to Dr. Magnuson has caused some of his mannerisms to spread among them by way of their low-grade telepathy.
Find out what the hell is going on in there.
I would have had to have heard the complaint, but we were listening to the
Catch up with us when you're done.
the commentary, so I didn't hear it. What am I doing?
Blast doors will have sealed due to the alert, so you'll have to go through the bottom of the launch tube. I'll open this hatch to let you down. Now, once you're down there, I'll have Uriah let you into the secondary silo.
Rather than just make up something that would fit our fantasies of a rocket, we designed Dr. Magnuson's rocket around blueprints from the Titan family of missiles. Grounding the details of our world in reality, making them as precise as possible, makes the invented, fantastic elements seem that much more believable.
Oh, so it's based on a Titan missile? Nice.
Attention personnel, this is Dr. Magnuson. Since the secondary silo staff seem incapable of solving their little crow problem, you will be happy to hear we have put the popular Dr. Freeman on the job. We all look forward to his remedy, and I look forward to hearing the staff's excuses for why they couldn't handle it themselves. Thank you.
We intended White Forest to offer a change of pace from the constant action that preceded it. A few moments to reunite with old friends and get to know Dr. Magnuson. A breather before the big battle ahead. However, our first version of the sequence was a logjam of long, talky scenes. Gordon and Alex stood around listening to Kleiner and Magnuson argue at the top of the silo, then rode an elevator to the bottom of the shaft while Dr. Kleiner lectured them about rockets and satellites. They wandered into a control room to watch Dr. Mossman's transmission, and then hatched a plan to get her back. We knew we were in trouble when even the authors of the scene were bored, and no one had the patience for the revelations that followed.
That's too much.
We divided the
talking
sequence
in
into a
one
number of
sequence.
smaller pieces that could be interleaved with solitary exploration and some combat. This required rebuilding the path and moving the control room upstairs, where the transmission scene became a reward for surviving the secondary silo. As a result of these changes, the White Forest experience is more varied, the narrative comes in digestible portions, and the players are able to play at their own speed, rather than being led by the nose the entire time.
This steam jet is an example of something we call a mechanic refresher. It's meant to refresh the player's memory on how to perform a certain task they may not have used in a while. In this case, we remind the player about using valves to turn off steam in a relaxed environment. In the map just ahead, this trick will be fresh in their mind, and they'll be far more likely to realize they can use steam jets tactically when they encounter them in a combat situation.
There's steam jets up ahead? Knows how well that worked.
Well met. Freeman, the Magnuson has instructed me to admit you.
In Half-Life 2, when we first decided to make Vortigaunt ally characters, we played around with having a prominent Vortigaunt companion. Because of their bowed posture and semi-servile manner, this individual was dubbed Heap, after Dickens' character Uriah Heep. In Episode 2, we named the prominent Vort at White Forest Base Uriah. In Episode 3, we'll find out Dickens' unused middle name for Uriah Heep.
Okay.
Originally created as a minor background character, the Vortigaunt lab assistant, known internally as Labby, was so popular with playtesters that he evolved into a fully developed character with a unique name and a special place by Dr. Magnuson's side.
Did I miss the instruction? I guess I did. Whatever.
God's sake, Freeman, what is taking you so long? Oh, I cannot concentrate with all of this racket. These feathered fiends are the most persistent I have ever... What is this?
It's not crows, that's what it is.
Hey, an extra right through here. Magnuson must have
experiencing a breach of internal base defenses. Please bear with us while we pinpoint the location of the breach.
Right, that's what I needed to do.
One of the main goals for Hunters was to make the player feel he was vulnerable wherever he might hide. This arena in the secondary silo became our testbed for improving the Hunter's close combat behavior. A classic combat space, featuring multiple exits and many possible paths, we tuned it for a strong cat-and-mouse gameplay experience. While players have many options for escape, the map is designed so that Hunters will never completely lose them, but always be able to pursue and flush the player out of hiding.
I think, right, you just need to keep going up, right? Wherever up is over there. Okay, it's over here. Jump down? I think I missed. Fine, we just go this way instead.
Level designers and artists now have the ability to create unique effects as needed, for gameplay or to add dynamic life to a level. In this case, this simple water leak wouldn't have been possible before without involving a programmer to create a new class of effect. Thanks to the new particle system, unique effects like this are easily created as needed, without any programming. This leak adds a visual point of interest to the area and also blocks direct line of sight into the nearby corridor, without blocking the space itself. These effects can be placed and controlled within levels, attached to animation events of characters, or called by code. Allowing particles to be attached to objects in the world, emitted from a model's hitboxes, and locked to bone positions allows them to serve a wide variety of functions, such as the new Vortigaunt beams or the burning effect of a zombie. We hope this feature will allow level and mod authors to create a wide variety of effects quickly and easily to suit their purposes.
Yeah, the general effect is probably a lot nicer for mod maker. I've ever done the sword thing is just the level editor for Portal 2. It's not a lot.
I repeat, there has been a breach of the secondary silo by way of the overhead launch doors. I will trust you to seal the silo doors.
I'm working on it.
secondary silo by way of the overhead launch doors. I will trust you to seal the silo doors.
Until you sealed off the silo when the blast doors opened up.
Regrettably true.
I better let my dad know you're all right.
Yeah, I don't think there was a point in there where I was supposed to use Steam technically.
Is Gordon all right?
Yes, he's fine. And thanks to him, the base is secure.
Good, good. We're about to watch the transmission from Judas.
We'll head right over.
I'll grab this since we're not going to be back here.
Freeman must follow. If you would take the Freeman from here, I can return to my place of honor at the side of the Magnuson.
Sure thing. Thanks for the help. Dr. Kleiner told me that Judith headed north in a helicopter right after they got here. But he wouldn't tell me why.
I'm fairly sure I've pinned down the location of the project. It's hard to say how much of it might have survived intact or whether there's anything remaining that could compromise our work.
So a lot of times we'll try a line in several different ways, like set a different mood for a different scene, or maybe just do a different take on a line. Like one might be, it sounds trite, but you know, one excited, one not so excited, or one a little more pensive and thoughtful. Or suggestions are always thrown out there for new reads, and it's the coolest kind of teamwork. It's not just, here's your script, go. It's, let's work this out, let's find the best middle ground, and everything is always pliable. You know, if it's not working, maybe we'll go back and do an instant rewrite or something, and for me, that's creative heaven, absolutely.
Aperture Science, being specialized in the development of portal technology, fit naturally into the cosmology of Half-Life. Rather than forcing Portal into the Half-Life franchise, we used it as an opportunity to make our world bigger. By suggesting a long-term rivalry between Aperture Science and Black Mesa, we opened up possibilities in both games that didn't exist when they were separate entities.
The Borealis would ever be seen again.
Right, yeah, because
been lost forever.
It's never implied. It's not implied until Half-Life that Portal.
Against the Combine.
Like, it's not implied until this point that they're in the same universe. When you play Portal,
we can't simply
it's just Portal is Portal. Like, then this happened, and then Portal 2 is like, yeah, we're gonna go full.
Well, yes. There's
like Portal 2, what happens, and then you get to see, if you find the secret for it, you get to find the actual dry dock for the Borealis.
Dr. Mossman to hide it all in the carrier wave.
Well, that means she's still alive up there. But if the Combine catch her, they'll tear out everything she knows. There'll be nothing left of her.
But we don't know for
also,
sure.
Also, one Easter egg on this document.
I'm going after
the document for the blueprint is signed by GLaDOS. For some reason.
Of the Borealis, but you know everything about the Resistance.
Listen to Dr. Kleiner, Dad. Gordon and I are more than able to handle this. We'll get her back.
Kleiner, where are you? Why isn't the decoding finished?
Oh, fine. The code. Yes, Magnuson. It just needs a little bit longer.
If you're waiting for the Combine's go-ahead, they'll soon be here to give it to you in person.
I'll hurry it along, Magnuson. I'll be back as soon as I finish.
Dad, are you okay?
Not again. No, I can't let it happen again. Not another Black Mesa.
Dad, prepare for unforeseen consequences.
What did you say?
Dad!
You said the line!
It's okay. Just lean into me. Let's get you off your feet.
Thank you, baby. I'll be fine in a minute or two.
Okay. Do you need anything?
Actually, Alex, would you mind getting me a cup of tea? There's a hot plate in the old staff room.
I'll be right back. Gordon, keep an eye on him.
We're not going anywhere. Thank you, baby. Unforeseen consequences. The last time I heard those words was back at Black Mesa. You had just stepped into the test chamber when he whispered them in my ear. You know who I'm talking about. Our mutual friend. When he brought in that crystal, I knew I should have aborted that damn test, but I didn't. The whole world went to hell that day. And now he's using my little girl, putting words in her mouth. God damn it. I should have known when he rescued her it was for his own damn reasons. Gordon, there's so much I need to tell you. Between us, we may finally have a chance of,
Here you go. Is everything all right?
There's nothing, honey.
All right, people, change of plans. There is no way we can launch before those Striders are... Oh, excuse me if I'm interrupting tea time. I'll just step out until you've finished, if that's more convenient. Well, Freeman, I believe I found the perfect use for you. Follow me, quickly.
We'll talk later, Gordon.
I'll catch up with you in a bit.
No, we won't. We're not going to.
Freeman, Striders are coming. A single one of those damn things could shoot down our rocket. We don't dare launch until all Striders are destroyed.
This whiteboard art went through several iterations, from highly stylized to absurd, through to something we believe we could ship.
I'd like to see some of those ridiculous ones.
The Strider Buster, or Magnuson device, started life as a Half-Life 2 weapon called the Hopwire. This was a weapon that would leap into the air and create physical connections via ropes to the surfaces around it. Once attached, the ball would be suspended in the air, ready for action. We never shipped that weapon because it wasn't generally usable enough in our environments, especially outdoors. One side experiment created the Black Hole Hopwire that the mod community found in Episode 1's code. You can still find videos of this in action on YouTube. The Black Hole version created a true physical vortex that sucked anything near it into an incredibly dense singularity. This created a small dense block comprised of all the mass and matter the vortex had collected, which the player could then pick up and hurl at enemies. We returned to the Hopwire for Episode 2, where we thought we could use it to tie the Strider's legs together and make it trip. But the mechanic of hurling and attaching the Strider Buster was more fun for players, so we moved the weapon in that direction.
They were gonna do like the AT-AT and Hoth type of situation with it. That sounds like that would be a lot more complicated to deal with.
Fans of Half-Life 1 may remember a gag involving a microwave oven in the Black Mesa lunchroom. If you push the microwave button several times, the casserole inside it explodes. A memorable experience for many first-time players of Half-Life. In Episode 2, we thought it was finally time to let you know whose lunch you had ruined, and give you a chance at redemption.
Good. Now, take out the firearm of your choice and shoot the device. There you go. Not too difficult at this range, is it? Gets a bit harder when it's moving about and firing at you, of course.
Indeed.
Let's move on to a more challenging task. Uriah, send the target to the far end of the rails. Very well. Try it now.
I missed.
A bit more challenging at this range, isn't it?
Embarrassing.
As you can see, the Magnusons are fragile. They will disintegrate immediately if they miss their target.
Oh no, trust me, I know all about that when we were playing the first playthrough. Oh my god.
Aim for the carapace.
I'm working on it. There's probably more like here.
Carapace, Freeman.
I'm gonna aim it at your face here in a second.
Magnificent device, isn't it? I'll be right over here when you are ready to head out. Had enough? Your car is fueled and ready to go. Now, every building in the valley has its own dispenser port, so you'll have ample supply of explosives. Now, I must get back to my rocket, Freeman. I'm relying on you not to squander my trust or my Magnusons. Oh, and Freeman,
If you pull this off, I might just forgive you for that debacle at Black Mesa. You know the one I mean, involving a certain microwave casserole.
Bro holds a grudge for so long.
Hey, Dr. Freeman, over here. Taking a few liberties with that car. Check it out. I added a rack for Magnuson devices back here.
We wanted players to use the car as much as possible, both to move around the valley quickly and to run over the hunters as a quick and satisfying way of killing them. To encourage this, and to help with orientation problems, we added radar to the car, which indicated the location of enemies. This made the car a more valuable tool in the battle and solved the navigation problem once and for all.
Right here at the south end of the valley.
One problem we faced in this map was that players would abandon their car in the heat of battle and not be able to find it later. Given the time pressure and large scale of the map, some of these players couldn't succeed in protecting the base on foot. To address this, we started by adding flashing hazard lights to the car, which helped when the car was in view, but we still saw players lose the car among the trees or behind hills. Eventually, we added a vehicle locator to the player's HEV suit, so players could find the car wherever it was.
That is very helpful.
You'll find the sawmill at the far end of the valley.
Perimeter's clear. Still
Before we create any final art, we use placeholders to see if the gameplay is working, and to figure out the proper dimensions and shapes for the model. In this level, we used an old pumpkin model as the placeholder for the Magnuson device. After we decided that the gameplay was fun and the pumpkin worked well, a proper model was created using the pumpkin as a template.
So, in the playtest, you just fired pumpkins at them? That's kind of funny, actually.
The massive Strider battle was in production longer than any other map in the episode. Tuning it required many months of testing and iteration to address playtester feedback, and this was complicated by the fact that every time we playtested, we saw individuals adopt completely different approaches to defeating the Striders. Some threw logs at the hunters, others relied on their rebel companions to kill them. Some players never sprinted, while others never used the car. We tried to keep supporting all the different strategies that occurred to players so that their experiments with tactics would be rewarding rather than frustrating. Meanwhile, we had to make sure the Strider and Hunter behaviors were consistent and balance the experience so that it would be great for all different playstyles at every skill level.
A great deal of work went into making sure players would see the buildings get destroyed as they travel around the valley in the final battle. While we cannot and do not wish to force the player to see these events, we tried to increase the odds that the player would end up in the best possible position for the show. Measures ranged from simply hiding a Strider behind rocks to setting up complex logic conditions that must be met in order for the destruction to occur.
I think I did notice that the Striders hid behind rocks a lot. I was like, why is that? Now we know. It was to queue up destruction event.
Episode 2's rocket defense battle was the largest and most non-linear combat experience we had built. It was also the first combat we created that required the use of a vehicle to move from battle to battle. Our design goal was to give players a broad directive, protect the rocket from incoming Striders, and let them decide how to accomplish that. Playtesting revealed a number of challenges that we had to overcome, as the free-form nature of the map led to huge variation in success for different players. Small differences in skill or tactics radically changed the difficulty of the experience for players. In response, we had to continually tune all aspects of the experience to support the wide variety of tactics and skill levels demonstrated in playtests.
Oh boy, here we go. Everyone ready? Stop him here. Remember, keep him distracted. Takes him down. Oh man, this is gonna be bad.
I forgot about the Hunters, to be honest. The commentary was even talking about them and I still forgot about it. Set up a car, I'll run them over.
Strider at the sawmill.
Another one? Oh, at least I can stay here, I guess. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Where is it? Oh, it's like over here. Okay.
Many players had a hard time orienting themselves in the valley. Before the fight, we send players to the sawmill without telling them how to get there. This was a way of familiarizing them with the map without any time pressure. Still, the size and nonlinearity of the map was confusing for first-time players once the battle began. The loudspeaker announcements that direct players to incoming Striders initially referred to compass directions, which most players couldn't follow because they couldn't remember which way was north. We added White Forest Peak as a global landmark and distinctive local landmarks like the cranes and the water tower, and referred to those landmarks in the announcements instead of compass directions. This helped, but some players still had a hard time knowing which way to go at any given moment. Our ultimate solution was the car's radar, which, along with the landmarks, helps players go where the action is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, simple compass directions, probably not the best idea.
Keep an eye out. It looks like hunters are traveling with the Striders. They're working in packs. Now we have a Strider coming in from the water tower.
How did I park that perfectly on the hill? I don't know. That's one I already listened to. I think I listened to them all already. Which is good. Oh, maybe not. I didn't go over here.
The Hunter's escort behavior includes specific formations and flanking strategies. This environment was designed specifically to enhance those behaviors by providing cover and visually interesting paths. In this way, the environment reinforces the design of the Hunter as stealthy, aggressive, and intelligent.
God damn it. That works pretty well. Where'd the other one go?
Coming from the crane. Only a few Striders left.
Only a few, he says. used to be the sawmill. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it did. Oh, my baby. Oh, my honey. Holy crap.
Coming in from the water tower.
That's like right next door. Like, there's like no discernible difference, really. Hey! Can't aim. That's fine. You know what then? Well, that doesn't work because I'm not aimed right at it. Oh, fuck. Where did I put the car? Fine. That's not fine. I had the same issue before.
Players under pressure can overlook basic tasks, so we try to make the important ones foolproof. On this map, players often forget to check their health level, but rarely forget to seek out Magnuson devices. We narrow doorways and set health supply racks right by the entries, so that players rushing in to get explosives would find themselves automatically picking up vital supplies.
A Strider has been spotted by the crane.
Why is this door here? That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Look at the... he's gone.
Alert! There's a Strider getting close to the base.
How close? Oh, that's pretty close. Okay, hold on. I think this is like the last one, too. Some shit. Still another one? I need to come back here and grab my car, which somehow landed in the forest. Oh, there is another one. Okay, well... They're not gonna give me... They're giving me the wrong kind of ammo. What they're doing. Everybody went up. Not doing too good. Somehow I feel like I'm doing... Because of the buildings being destroyed, I'm doing worse. than I did in my first playthrough. Which is amazing to me somehow. That it?
Magnuson would be proud.
We haven't gotten the all clear yet, so I'm gonna say that's not it. Maybe it is? Oh, no, it isn't. Okay.
Another Strider from the water tower.
Oh my, oh no, oh dear. That one's not my fault, I feel like. I mean, maybe it's my fault for parking right next to the, right in his path, but I wasn't expecting him to be doing the low walk. Hold on.
Another Strider from the water tower.
I think if I were to literally be parked off to the side, it would be fine. Probably. Registering those as threats? They're not really anywhere. Okay.
Looks like that was the last one. Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Get ready, everyone.
Oh, man. That guy lost chicken.
It's gonna get ugly before it's over.
They said only a few straight. Oh my god! I'm like somehow Austin Powers trapped. Are you kidding me?
We have a Strider coming in from the crate.
I need to grab a device. Hold on.
Now there's one at the sawmill.
Oh, God almighty. Why are they just coming from everywhere at the same time? Which is an issue.
They're coming from everywhere. Strider spotted at the water tower.
Yeah. Sucks. What are you gonna do? That'll do it. For sure. Dumbass. I need to get the one that's right ahead. Yeah.
Some small changes to our autosave system as a result of tuning the final Strider battle. Autosaves are the periodic checkpoints where we can restart the player's game after death, so that they don't have to worry about replaying more of the game than necessary. In playtests, we observed that most players depended on our autosaves to restart after dying, rather than using their own quick saves. But because the fight allowed players so much freedom, some players ended up with an autosave that left them in a no-win situation. Low on health and pinned down by hunters, or too far from the base to defend the rocket in time, some players failed 30 or more times before finally giving up. To address the no-win situation, we extended our autosave system to monitor health over time, and to only perform the autosave if the player was deemed safe for a reasonable period of time. We also prohibited autosaves when Striders were within a certain distance of the base. This ensured there was always enough time to defeat them.
I'm gonna leave my car. Also, yeah, that comes up.
I'm gonna make it. I am gonna make it.
To create a climactic finish to this level, we ramped up Strider density and citizen presence, and then systematically destroyed outer installations in order to move the action as uncomfortably close to the base as possible. It was important to us that everybody be able to play to the end of the episode, but we also wanted them to feel that defeating the Striders required a heroic effort. The balance had to be achieved between the feeling of being overwhelmed and the possibility of completing it. We made many trade-offs to keep the experience enjoyable while keeping the intensity high. Sometimes this required removing enemies. For example, elite Combine soldiers originally took part in this invasion, running in and around the Striders and Hunters. But this additional level of enemy fire proved frustrating for players, and so they were removed.
Nice one,
That's it.
We did it!
Yeah.
We held them off! Good work, everyone! Attention! Attention! The Striders have been defeated! All personnel return to base immediately! Repeat! All personnel return to base immediately!
Can I double check if I've not hit some... I'm gonna go around and make sure I've hit all the commentary nodes. I'll know I've hit them if they're not yet orange anymore. Nah, that was just bad lighting. Okay. I hit them all. Alright, let's go back to base.
Wow, Gordon. You were amazing out there.
Yeah, maybe.
Is in its final stages. The portal's close to opening, but Dr. Magnuson sure will be in time to stop it.
Alignment complete. Tracking beacon. Oh, there's another bit of cruft we can ignore. Support equipment powered down. Hold on a moment, Kleiner. Ah, Freeman. Well, I see the Magnuson device performed flawlessly. I feel compelled to thank you personally for saving my rocket. So, thank you. Well, that's enough chit-chat. I've got a rocket to launch.
Wow. For a minute there, I thought you were going to get a hug.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Let's go to the control room. We can get a great view of the launch.
It constantly amazes me how many people are involved in creating her because everyone who is involved seems to have the same vision for her. And for so many people to have one mind about a character, it blows my mind. I mean, very rarely do I get a piece of direction or script that doesn't ring true to how I feel about Alex and vice versa. And strangely enough, as soon as I try something out and something doesn't ring true, I'm usually not the first person to say it. Even though I might be feeling it, somebody else will say it. And it's just, I guess, a testament to how in tune everybody is about what kind of person Alex is and what she would do, what she wouldn't do, and, you know, what kind of girl she is. While you were out having fun, I found an old helicopter that I was able to get working. I've got it all packed up and ready to go. Never a dull moment, huh?
Wait a moment. I'm seeing a payload anomaly of approximately 8.5 pounds.
That's within tolerance. Certainly not worth scuttling.
We're back.
At last.
Ah, Gordon.
The launch of Magnuson's rocket ties directly into the rocket Gordon launched at Black Mesa. Here, the portal satellite array that
wait until the rocket gets launched before playing this
Yes. Well, I think perhaps Gordon had something to do with their success.
I suggest we adjourn this meeting of the Mutual Admiration Society until after we have launched our rocket. Now, I believe we're ready to start the auto sequence.
I believe Gordon should have the honor.
You'll hear no objection from me.
It's all yours, Gordon.
Silo doors open.
The launch of Magnuson's rocket ties directly into the rocket Gordon launched at Black Mesa. Here, the portal satellite array that opened a gate to Xen in Half-Life 1 has been repurposed to shut the Combine out. This is just another example of the way we constantly try to weave the old threads of the Half-Life story into the new episodes.
We did it!
We sure did.
I was getting control of myself.
Yes. Fantastic.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Now it is still too early to celebrate. We need to reach altitude and transmit the signal.
Too right. The clock is ticking.
We couldn't have cut it any closer if that was our intention.
It is going to work, right?
It has to.
Once the rocket is in range of the portal, we'll be able to switch on the xenium resonator.
Well, let's get outside. I'd like a better view of the fireworks.
There should be quite a show. Regrettably, I can't come out with you. Magnuson and I will need to keep a close eye on the rocket's trajectory.
Aren't you gonna see us off?
Just as soon as this is wrapped up, I wouldn't dream of letting you go without a proper goodbye.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
You're gonna regret that.
You too, Dr. Magnuson.
You're gonna regret that here in about 5 minutes. Boy.
We'll catch up with you in a moment, sweetheart. Gordon, hold up a
Dog,
second.
there you are.
The more I think about that warning from our friend, the more I'm convinced it has to do with Borealis. Don't be deceived. That ship must never be used. You have got to destroy it, whatever the cost.
Where are you two? You're gonna miss it.
Be right there, Alex. Gordon, thanks for everything you've done. For Alex, for all of us. I couldn't be prouder if you were my own son. Now, when you get back, we've got a lot to talk about.
Come on.
Alex, look at the portal!
Episode 2's backgrounds or vistas are created in a manner that fuses traditional 2D animation techniques, using linear cards moving against each other to imply parallax, and a modern digital take which involves placing these cards in a 3D environment and manipulating their size and distance from camera depending on the scale needed. A series of cards can sit in front of a 3D skybox, and with the addition of atmosphere or fog, a realistic result can be achieved.
Nice.
I'll bet the Combine aren't too happy right now.
You got that right, sweetheart. But we've got plenty to celebrate. I wish you didn't have to head off so soon. If only it weren't so critical.
It's okay, Dad. We'll find Judith and bring her back. Dog? Hey, where are you?
Dog senses the advisor.
Don't go too far.
Developing the Half-Life episodes allows us to steadily flesh out the details in an ongoing cosmic struggle. Most of this conflict remains far in the background, but little by little, we are able to bring new elements up front. One of our goals for Episode 2 was to fully develop the grub-like advisors, first glimpsed in Half-Life 2. In Episode 1, they make several brief appearances but have no direct effect on the events in the game. In Episode 2, we deliberated on how soon to show them becoming active, and decided to pull back the veil in stages. Therefore, we first see them being hauled around by Combine troops, completely passive. Next, we see one waking up from incubation, still somewhat groggy, and beginning to discover its power. But by the end of the episode, the advisors come fully into their own, front and center, as characters with a huge impact on the story.
To create the Eli death sequence, we talked it through in great detail, wrote up an outline with all the events we discussed, and then produced an animatic. We used rough sketches painted over screenshots and a variety of crude special effects and sounds to create a quick pre-visualization of how the scene would play out. Not only did this help us to converge on a shared vision for the scene, but by working rough, we were able to quickly iterate until we had a design worth implementing in the game.
Yeah, because that way they wouldn't be wasting resources developing it in the game and then throwing it out. Makes more sense.
The decision to kill Eli was not made lightly, and once we'd made it, we had to figure out how to make it meaningful. We'd already established Eli's frailty as well as his importance to the Resistance and Alex's devotion to him, so from a narrative point of view, the impact of his death seemed obvious. The hard part would be the execution. The advisor's ability to immobilize the player gave us a way to stage the scene. Then the animations and the sound design made it believable. But none of this would have been enough without inspired performances by Merle Dandridge and Robert Guillaume.
This final episode 2 scene was unbelievable. Before we even started working on it, the team sat me down and they kind of did a little show and tell of the rough animation that they had. And I think they were hesitant to show it to me, but just from that rough animation, I was so moved. I mean, just immediately moved to tears. I felt like I'd just been gut punched, and I immediately felt it. I was like, let's go. Let's get on this. So it shouldn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise me by now because I've been working on Alex for so long now. But every time we come to the table to do a new scene or lay down some new material, I am always blown away. And this scene was just the epitome of that feeling. I was so pumped to get in there and start working on it. And they're always upping the ante and always taking it to the next level. But this time, this scene is different. Because this time, Alex loses. And I think this is I don't think, it is a major sacrifice. You see her carrying around the wounds of her mother that she lost, but her dad made her who she is. Her dad taught her dad groomed her, and I think, most importantly, he loved her. And this script was a gift and a gut punch all in one. I don't know. When you give me something like that, it really motivates me to kind of try to knock it out of the ballpark. I love playing Alex, and I have to say, definitely my favorite acting job I've ever had, hands down.
Wow, that was some good timing on my part. And then they say all that about how it was impactful, and that how it mattered, but then, spoiler if you haven't played Half-Life Alyx, and I bet I haven't, but I've already been spoiled on it, but it kind of matters. They undo this. They undo Eli's death at the end of Half-Life Alyx. So somebody must have thought that, like, after the fact that killing Eli was the wrong answer. I guess, because they undid it. But what does that mean for the future of the series? I don't know. Maybe one day, hopefully we'll get an answer. Probably not in the form of episode 3 like they were kept talking about, but hopefully maybe Half-Life 3. They'll just take whatever that they were doing, like whatever they were gonna, like, well, we already know what they weren't gonna, like, the Half-Life episode 3, like, yeah, episode 3 has been, I'm pretty sure, confirmed it was canceled. But that does, maybe after Alyx, they kind of went back and rethought, like, well, what can we do for, like, a Half-Life 3? Like, maybe they want to continue the franchise now. Because, I don't know, making a major change like that to the story, you kind of can't do that and then not follow up on it, right? I don't know. We'll see. But that's it for the dev commentary run. I hope you enjoyed the insights and anecdotes and discussions that the devs presented us throughout the entire franchise, the entire trilogy, the base game and the 2 episodes. Oh, and Lost Coast. I did Lost Coast as well, but I mean, Lost Coast in and of itself was short, so yeah, a lot of the talk was about the HDR technology, which, I mean, I was going in expecting that, because that was the whole point of the tech demo. Anyway. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And, again, maybe one day we will get an answer about what the future of Half-Life is. Fingers crossed. Not too crossed, though, because it's been almost 20 years, so it's been almost... When did episode 2 come out? It was like 2008 or something, I think. Whenever the orange box came out, I'm pretty sure that's when was episode 2? Episode 2 was in the orange box, I'm pretty sure, right? I think it was either 2007 or 2008. So, you know, it's been... I guess it hasn't been almost 20 years. It's been like, it's more like it's been like, 17? Something like that. I'm trying to, like, backwards math. Because it's 2025 currently. I don't know. But again, maybe, like, they shelved it, I think, for a while. And then they did Half-Life Alyx. So, maybe now they'll maybe since Half-Life Alyx, they went back and like, well, we're rejuvenated now. We want to continue the Half-Life story. Again, who knows? Valve is very secretive. They don't tell anybody. They don't tell the community anything until they are ready to. Until they are at a state where they feel like it's ready to showcase. I think they've learned their lesson that they don't want to announce anything in advance anymore. So until they're ready to show anything, we're not gonna know anything. And that's just how Valve works.